Good morning. I guess we are all a little bleary-eyed today, this November 4th, the day after the election in the United States, 2020. This has been quite a year for all of us, and many people have been contacting me as to what I think is going to happen with the election. If you saw my video from September 2nd, you will remember that we focused incredibly on the fact that Mercury would be the major push in that election. In other words, yesterday Mercury went stationary. We had the United States, Mercury opposing Pluto. So there was an incredible, and we had cards of aspects of deception and cards of deliberate stalling and dishonesty. I sat with this a long time last night because I don't let my life be run by what's going on in the world, but at the same time, this election is for so many a priority and has created a fear around the world if Donald Trump is to get a second term. And what I had said in my other reading was that I felt we wouldn't know right away, and when I feel the whole thing, I feel we might not know till December. I feel by the middle of November we'll have stronger message and knowledge, but there are things that are hidden that have yet to be revealed that will come forth over the next month. Our real change from 2020 does not really happen until Saturn and Jupiter have both gone into Aquarius. And we are finally out of this incredibly restrictive, overwhelmingly bullying male energy. So there's something that's going to happen in December that is going to lighten our loads or give us a better feeling of positivity as to how to move forward in the world. We are in a year of phenomenal change, and as a result of that change, we've been so shaken up. It's like every single thing that we felt we could rely on, the rug has been pulled out, and here we were heading into the election with tremendous feeling of hope, and that finally we're at the end of a regime. I call it a regime because that's what it felt like, and that was going to end, and we were going to move on into an era of more unity, kindness, and healthier interchange. Looking at the results of the election to now, we still don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to draw some cards on what I feel is happening and it's going to happen. But right now we really have to let go. We have to hold it all in our heart, the center of our heart, the understanding that even if Donald Trump were reelected, the actual control over our day-to-day expression of self, our moment-to-moment choices, are not ruled by who is president in the White House. It's ruled by our reaction to life and how much we are in touch with our inner world, our inner sense of balance, our phenomenal strength which lies within us, and our capability to flow. The suffering comes from resistance to flowing with what is. Now, that does not mean you do not go out and follow your own values and speak for your own values and honor the higher path of life, but it also means that we in our day-to-day moment there is still much of beauty, much of inspiration, much of creative possibility lying within us, kindness to each other, the dropping of all these names. When you look at this election, one half of the country is thinking one way and the other half is thinking another. And if you think about the emotions, the flip side of an emotion is the other emotion. So it's like our country is, we've got the flip side of each other, because there is lying within all of us that capacity for judgment and anger and taking the path, a narrower path of life, and enclosing our own vision through our own belief systems. So I'm just going to ask today, what is going on today in America? What is going to happen in America? The first card I got is the card of great disappointment, sadness, feeling like our hopes were dashed. Some people are crying. People were texting me last night with great frantic thoughts and fears, and not realizing, and I want to go back to Solzhenitsyn when he was actually thrown in jail in Russia for being a dissident, for writing his own personal truth. Starved in a freezing cell, he came to the edge of the cell. They had beaten him countless times to change his beliefs, what he stood for, and he refused. And he looked at them all and he goes, "You can beat me, you can lock me up, you can starve me, but in my mind, I am free." We have to remember that right now. We have to stop the enslavement to who's running our country, or who will run our country, will or won't. And we have to find that incredible capacity of inner freedom, inner capacity to unite with others and to create within our little world, within ourselves, within our family, within our friendships, within our community, a sense of unity, purpose, compassion, and divine mercy. No matter who is president, this is what we're being called to do right now. Not to place all of our well-being in the hands of whomever is president. So right now, the disappointment and the fear and the sadness is bringing a lot of people into a state of shock and trepidation about the future and negative thinking. That's the last place we need to go right now. We don't know the outcome yet. What is the outcome? I'm going to take this to around 8 to 10 o'clock tonight. What will be our feeling? We still aren't going to know. We're going to feel like locking ourselves away in a closet and hide. Sad, depressed, fearful. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow, we're going to feel that we're putting something together, that more illumined thought comes through, and that we've ended the cycle of something. We've ended a cycle. We've ended a cycle, I feel, at some level in America, of karmic retribution for what we did in the past to other races, religions, people of color. There's some kind of new vision, new thought, new way of placing this into a state of rebuilding our lives. We're entering a new cycle tomorrow. My gut feeling is that there could be violence in the streets. There could be that they give it to Joe Biden, that enough votes are there that they can't give it to Donald Trump. I feel, let's see how Pennsylvania is going to go. See, I feel Pennsylvania could turn around for Joe Biden. But I guess the gist of what I'm trying to say in this reading is we can't place all our life in the hands of Joe Biden or Donald Trump. If Joe Biden gets in, he's going to be thwarted probably in the Senate. He can still accomplish a lot, but there's a lot that he will have a hard time with. If Donald Trump gets in, he will lose the popular vote again. Let's see if Donald Trump's going to get him. Is Donald Trump going to get in? Is he going to get in? It looks to me like this is going to go to the courts. It looks to me like both sides are going to ask for recounts no matter who is declared the winner. I feel it will take a couple of weeks. I feel there's going to be votes uncovered that were hidden, votes that were stashed. And for some reason I'm feeling Pennsylvania, that there are votes that were not honored in Pennsylvania, that they're going to find a lot of votes. So there's going to be, in several areas of the country, there'll be votes that come in after today, like for example, the military vote in Europe, there are going to be votes because of the mail system that were postmarked prior to the election, and those have to figure in, mail-in votes. So, because as COVID rose, people were still using the mail system, and all those votes didn't get there in time because of the fact that the mail was held up. So, my feeling is that we're not going to know, see how many days, how is it going to go in the next 3 to 4 days. There's still lots of mail to come in. Still stuff that isn't counted. He's going to try to block it, Trump, what comes in after yesterday. But it was postmarked before, and some of it came from Europe, came from all over the military, and he's going to try to put an impediment that it can't be counted. This mail-in voting that they're going to find and recount over the next 4 to 5 days to a week, is going to shift the entire situation, and I feel it's going to give it to Joe Biden. This is my gut feeling on this. So even though whatever happens in the next 2 to 3 days will feel one way or not quite enough, the truth is going to come out, and it's going to be strong, and it's going to be clear, and it's not going to be through anything rigged or deceptive, but there are votes sitting. I'm seeing votes sitting in a big mail carrier in a few places that haven't been counted. And the reason is innocuous. And one place I see it is Pennsylvania. There's something shadowy there, something that's trying to be held back there, or Trump is trying to hold something back there. But if we can, how many days before we're going to know what really, really is the final outcome? How many days? A week. So we're getting into next week. We're getting close to the 10th of 11th of November. What are we going to know around the 10th or 11th of November? 12th of November. A lot of anxiety, angst in the country. Good news. Positive news. So we are now being called upon to show patience, forbearance, faith. What are we made of? Are we going to crumble and complain and pull out our hair, or are we going to wait it out? I'm hearing that Biden has powerful lawyers that are going to shake it all up. I know Trump's been preparing a whole slew of lawyers for months, but I'm hearing that this will be weighed heavily. So let's see how this will end up in the Supreme Court. So let's see what happens. What happens when the votes go to the Supreme Court? When the outcome of the election goes to the Supreme Court? What will they do? Whatever's being blocked, whatever's being not allowed, whatever Donald Trump's trying to do, as much as the Supreme Court is weighted toward the Republicans from the choices, the right thing is going to happen. Balance and harmony will be restored, and the not allowing certain things, that container I'm seeing of votes, the not allowing of that is going to be lifted. It's going to be allowed. And what will be out of that will happen. And we'll feel like we're finally into a new life, new beginning. Yeah, it's going to turn out okay. This is my feeling. This is my pathway prediction. I don't usually like to do prediction because I prefer more to bring forth the situations and to bring forth the enlightenment of the situation, because the purpose of the worry, the suffering, the pain is for growth, is for turning inward ever more and finding solution. But I am getting that the decision is going to take a little while, but it's going to turn out okay. All is not out on the table right now. All the votes are not being opened for some reason, some technicality. And a final card about this. Yeah, there's stuff that's being hidden that is cheating. So, it's always interesting in life that the person that calls forth that something is rigged or something has been done behind the corner, that person that calls that out is usually the one that's done it. So the Republicans' hands are not clean here. And it's something to do with the mailing. Okay, so could you give me a soul card for the United States 1 month from now? A soul card for 1 month from now of the United States. The truth will come out. And it will come out during the time of Scorpio, and we will end a cycle. And right now, it's out of our hands. We have to let go, stay calm. The right thing will happen. So that's what I'm getting. Let's see what happens. I did see in the other video that we were going to have a massive turnout in voting. I saw that at the beginning of September before the voting started. And I did see that there would be, it would end the day with the decision that every vote had to be counted and that we wouldn't know everything on election day. I still feel, there's still work to be done. And before we feel safe and secure, I do see that the right, if this gets decided in Joe Biden's favor, I see on the right that there's going to be violence. Uprising. There's a reason they put those boards up on a lot of downtown areas of the big cities. But I do see victory, and I do see America in a better situation over the next 2 weeks. Getting into December, we'll close on that. Getting into December, how are we feeling in America? On the whole, 2 opposing, warring sides. Coming back home to more of the divine feminine and feeling more hopeful. And Joe Biden, strong, feeling strong. Feeling good, working on things. So it definitely is a journey we still have to go through, and we got to stay with great fortitude. Remember the things we've gone through in our life that have personally affected us. Those have been much more profound things than who's president. Those are up close and personal. Those have affected our family, our friendships, our health, our sense of well-being. So we can restore that in this moment, or you can give away this moment to neuroses, fretting, suffering, complaining. Don't do that. Keep your energy strong. Keep your energy filled with light. Pray. We need to pray more. I read something so beautiful this morning. I typed it out. Without the burden of afflictions, it is impossible to reach the height of grace. The gift of grace increases as the struggle increases. And I feel strangely calm today. And I thought of St. Francis of Assisi when he said, all the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle. So it's very important at this time to remember, when we leave this form, when we leave this earth, we take absolutely nothing with us that people have given to us. What we take with us, we take a full heart, the loving kindness we've shown, the mercy to others, and the honest service that we have given in this life, in whatever manner was our destiny in this life to be serving. We take with us the love that we have shared, and we take with us our courage and our integrity. But it's mostly what we've given out, what we've given away, is what we take with us. What was given to us, we don't take with us. See what else I had. A little note just to end. Rumi said, "Do not grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form." I'll close with Rumi because I love Rumi. Love is the bridge between you and everything. Thank you. If anybody would like a personal reading, do contact me at angelicmercy44@gmail.com. I love to hear your comments, and I love the interchange with all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this helped to assuage your fears in some small way. And may we all have divine mercy for ourselves and for each other. Thank you. God be with you.